I actually made a note, but I was still messy. Hey, so today I'm gonna have a track breakdown of a track I made called Home. It's 180 BPM psychedelic music. I don't know. It goes something like this. So yeah, basically that's the track. And I have some key points I would like to show you how I made. One of them I already made a video about. Actually, I made two videos about this. One is about the how to make a kick bass pattern. It's gonna be popping up right now. Here. Yep. And the other video is the second advanced tips video. Is mostly about using this technique and then using the fill mode. Oh yeah, and the video is there. And using the fill mode to have variation within a drum groove. Like this. And then you hold down the fill and then it goes. I made the same thing with the kick, with the bass. And then when you let go of fill, it's more roomy and it's a break-ish style drum. So, oh yeah, and of course I use the compressor method, the sidechain compressor method, with having the sidechain source everything that's not in the compressor, and the kick is not in the compressor. So I wanted to talk about the chords. This is a chord that I got from a sample pack, and there's nothing really I mostly use an LFO on the sample rate reduction so that it bites into the highs. You can hear it. And also another LFO is moving the filter cutoff and kind of changing the filter type because it's a multi-mode filter. So it gives a bit of variation. Also this sample, though I sampled from my Digitone, I played down a chord and I didn't use a filter on the Digitone so that I can use a filter on the Digitakt. This is the main sample. And an LFO is sometimes jumping between the slices. Both of them are in a slice grid. I think basically there's an LFO on the resonance and on filter sustain, so that sometimes it becomes louder. Oh, wait, yeah. And rings out more. Anyway, these are the chords. I also wanted to talk about some ear candy stuff, which is on track 10, 13, and 14. These are all sounds that I just mangled up in a DAW all throughout the years that I've been making music. Oh no, this is from a sample pack as well, but this one is something I made. Some rando stuff. Both of them are just like, my thought process was I should have very different sounds to complement each other and then just fill the space. Mostly these two. This also has an LFO on the panning so that it gives a widening effect. This inherently has it in the sample. And this one, this is funny. So this is a sample like the whole thing is something we were jamming, and a friend of ours, two friends of ours were singing over it, and I just had to record that stuff. And I made some chops. And then pitched them a bit. Okay. I don't think that these are that necessary. One of the best things, in my opinion, is I could never knew how to make good transitions that are on time, but then somehow I figured out that on track 12, I have a cymbal, and stretch and warp and maybe repitch as well, but I don't know. Those are perfect. The machines that use audio that way, like stretch, where you can set the length of the whole sample in bars, is quite amazing, because that means if you reverse I'm gonna demonstrate this for you. So here you go. I have this this is not a snare, it's a cymbal. Have I been saying snare this whole time? It's a cymbal. So the cymbal sound is an impact sound. Acts as an impact sound in the beginning, but then I reverse it 2 bars before the end, which means, oh yeah, and then I had it to only be on this condition, but now if we check this out, then it's gonna hit it here, and then after 2 bars, it's gonna be perfectly on time. That's priceless most of the times. That's just what you want in a transition, and this method I think is pretty good for this. Also, when you have an impact sound on the first one, I mean, then it gives you a bigger impact, a bigger transition. Yeah, I think, yeah, I only used sample rate reduction to bite on the end, because the fade is on. Also the level is pumping, it's giving a pumping effect, like almost like a sidechain effect. And it also has a fade in it, so I can demonstrate it on this beautiful sample, beautiful factory sample, which is this. Gong Gong Garden. And I just pitched it down an octave. Beautiful. And if I turn the fade off, it sounds like this with the amp volume LFO. But with the fade on, it's the LFO only fades in. After a certain time. So I think that's everything. Every other thing is just hi-hats, a snare, which is a pretty short snare to make room for this huge bass that's going on. Oh yeah, and this as well. This is just portamento is not on. It should be. This is just wavetable. That's on 64. You know, regular old. It's in the factory folder. Read comp. And an LFO is just manually moving between the slices. But okay, that was too much. But only when it's pressed down. That's what the hold mode is for. And that's it. These are the ear candy stuff. And this is the vocal.
Yeah. I want you to listen to the sound of my hoi.
Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, the compressor settings, maybe those are a bit I mean, I do not put the brake in the compressor. Also, I don't put the snare on the compressor because I don't want it to be affected by the pumping effect of the sidechain when the kick hits. I think that's it. Sorry if it was too rambly. Any feedback would be appreciated about me making these videos. I have never made videos before, but I feel like I have some tricks up my sleeve about the Digitakt that you may want to know. And do you know any tips about the Digitakt that I might not know? Please leave them in the comments. And thanks for tuning in. Take care.